What up, what up, what up? And this is another episode of my Opinionated Ass Podcast. It's your boy, West Meets World.
It's your boy, the Indigo Rye.
And we have a special episode in store for you today.
Alright, guys, we're going to talk about a special topic today. We're going to talk about generalization in the black community. Like, saying all niggas ain't shit, or how black women say black men don't protect them. Just stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? So, let's hit it off, man. Wes, how you feel about that?
I don't know. I've always it's one of those things where it's definitely not helpful if you actually want something real to occur. But at the same time, I don't really take it, say when I see a woman on social media or whatever, say all men are dogs, for instance. I know I'm not one, so I don't really take it as offense. It's just okay, obviously she's venting, it is what it is. I usually don't even comment on that or whatever. But it's not helpful. If somebody wanted to have actual general, not general, but a genuine conversation about the topic, it's not helpful to generalize, because it's you couldn't possibly know that.
I think the issue I have with it is no matter the topic, even when black men say black women ain't shit, not only date white women, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what the topic is. I think the issue I have with it is usually when a person says that, they don't do self-reflection on themselves on how this became that way, or what could have I done better. You know what I'm saying?
It's easier to do that.
Yeah, it is easier to do that. You know what I'm saying? Usually when I hear a woman say niggas ain't shit, you dated men that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Or when you hear a black man say that I don't date anything but white women, usually it's an issue within themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Usually they got turned down by a black woman in 6th grade, so now they hate all black women.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And I guess the issue I have with it is you know what I'm saying? Man, there's millions of black people on this earth. You know what I'm saying? You should not group us all in the same category. Just because you've had your couple experiences, which I get it, you're speaking off your experiences, doesn't mean that it's a fact that all niggas ain't shit. Or all black women ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop as a community generalizing our whole community. We gotta stop doing that, man. It's not helpful at all, and it actually tears down things as far as when it comes to dating within your race. I think it screws it up, man. It makes it worse. It makes the issues 10 times worse than what it is, instead of people just realizing that they have faults, and that you can work on that, yourself, and you can broaden your horizons and try to date a different type of man or a different type of woman, but it don't group everybody in the same category. It doesn't make fucking sense.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. It's not really helpful, but at the same time, it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is not to try to find some kind of peace or happiness in regards to relationships, then that's typically the ones who generalize. They just got hurt by somebody or whatever, so they generalizing because they don't really want nobody at that moment anyway. But at the end of the day, they go back into that field. So even when they break up with their dude or whatever, they talk about, all men ain't shit, all this, that, and the third. In a couple months, they're going to be dating another man. So,
I'm not perfect by any means. I have faults. I'm a hard person to deal with myself. But that's something that I can honestly say that I've never done. I never generalize, you know what I'm saying, black women. I will talk about issues within that community, but I will never generalize and say all black women ain't this, or all black women or ain't that. You know what I'm saying?
It's lazy. It's
yeah, right.
Yeah, it just makes it that, okay, so I don't gotta think about the real, I don't want to put effort into really figuring out, okay, what caused these issues, what did they have in common, what were the differences, all the other nuanced stuff. So I'm just gonna just blame someone else because it's easier that way. It's kind of a way of life, sadly, that a lot of people, especially now in this day and age, they capture. They have no sense of personal responsibility. For example, I've dated girls of multiple races, So like I've had situations that were bad with black women. I've had situations bad with white women, Spanish women, etc. Like it just, or I've had stuff good with all those races too. It's like it
Right,
just
right,
always
right,
depends on the person for me.
right, right. Because I can speak, yeah, exactly, man. I can definitely speak on good experiences with black women, bad experiences with black women, good experiences with white women, and bad experiences with white women. You know what I'm saying? In any race I've dated, actually, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fathom and talk bad about black women. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I can say the same thing about white women too. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just it is not a race thing, guys. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It is not a race thing. Like, when you say black men, uh, when you say black men don't protect black women, you know what I'm saying? White women have these same issues, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is not a race thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and
I just feel like it should be elaborated more as far as protecting
right,
from what? Like I mean, or like are you saying protect? Like yeah, as I'm saying, like I feel like it needs to be elaborated on more what you're wanting protection from, like the world, like. I mean,
right.
like yeah, where
individually,
yeah, you
mentally,
know, like
physically, you know what I'm saying? So much
yeah,
more that can go into that.
that's what I'm
You know what
saying.
I'm
So I
saying?
feel like that's one of those like that's kind of generalization on the other side too, though. Like, because it's like okay, like what, like exactly, like what do you want protection from, or what aspect are you saying that's lacking for you, and what's your current situation to where someone even could protect you? Like,
Right, right,
it's
right.
so yeah, it's so many other like intricate details that go into that. That's kind of with like generic framing like that. It just doesn't really make for a solution.
Yeah, and guys, we're not saying that, like, we're not saying that as a whole we could not do better with protecting our women.
But just
Basically,
as far as what,
yeah, like, but don't group me in the category of a guy that wouldn't protect a black woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we're all not like that. You know what I'm saying? But we understand that there is an issue though that goes on with it. Just like, we'll talk about another generalization. Black men don't all black men don't feel emotionally protected, or that they can talk about their emotions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another one that we can talk about. And you know what I'm saying? I've experienced this personally myself in multiple situations, but I'm not gonna go out and say all black women uh, will down you when it comes to talking about your emotions, because there's plenty of black women out there that would love for a man to talk about how he really feels so they can resolve the issue and build a stronger relationship. But unfortunately, there is some out there that will look at you as soft or being vulnerable, or
you are being vulnerable, but like yeah, they'll look at it as somewhat of a negative.
a negative thing.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm
But
saying?
yeah,
But it's not everybody. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? And I would never group all black women in that category, even though I kind of just went through something like that myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still would never group this on all black women. Like, it's not an all black women thing. It is a myth. It's not true, and we have to stop the generalization. Like, and it's terrible for dating. Like, it puts a negative aspect on dating. It turns things worse. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now you go into these situations expecting it to be this way. You know what I'm saying? When you shouldn't. You should just give somebody a chance and see what they can do.
Yeah, that's true. Because like that's another thing too. People take their insecurities that they develop from other relationships, and then they place it onto like the next person, and
Right.
it's just like, yo, like what they did, they don't know each other, like so
Right.
what they did don't have nothing to do with they trying to do. Like that's a way, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I've probably been guilty of this myself. I can't think of like any specific examples, but just knowing who I am, I probably have done this.
Right.
So like,
But admitting it is,
yeah,
that's the first step.
exactly.
Right.
So I don't know. I just but it's just like again, it just for me, it just kind of goes back to just kind of looking and reflecting back on yourself and like what you could have done differently in any situation, like
Right. But like you said, that's the lazy way though, man. People don't want to put forth that effort in saying, hey, I can do this better.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what? Let me take responsibility. Turning 30, man, like, I say turning 29, man, it's like been the most I've ever self-reflected and said, you know what, I am a hard person to deal with. You know what, I'm sensitive to certain things. You know what, I got mood swings, all this stuff. So
Coronavirus gave him time to think.
yeah, basically. Yeah, because I was halfway through being 29, so yeah, it was the back half of it. Like, but yeah, like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I realized myself that no, I'm not an easy person to talk to at times. You know what I'm saying? And I have to accept that about myself and to understand that it'll take a special person to fuck with me in that way. But I'm not gonna group everybody in that category because they can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Can't do that, man.
We are back. We are back. We are back. So we're gonna go ahead now and talk about something that's been developing over here for about like a little over a week now here, but now we've gotten a lot more information. The whole Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation. So go ahead and fill us in. Let us know some more about that, or catch some people up.
Well, I guess from what they're saying is I guess she pulled out a knife. Well, before she pulled out a knife, she was whooping his ass, and she pulled out a knife, and then that's when he proceeded to shoot her in the foot. Again, I'm not gonna say this was confirmed, but that has been the talk. I'm gonna say this: if it's true, you know what I'm saying? If it's true, if they got into an argument and she put her hands on him, I'm not gonna say he had to shoot her, but he does have the right to protect himself. You know what I'm saying? I will say that, and it doesn't make her any less of an abuser.
True, because that's she's pretty tall. She's like 5'10".
Yeah, 6 foot with heels, man.
Yeah, and then he's only 5'3", and obviously he's
like
not
5'2".
5'2". I know that arrest thing said he was 5'3". So he's like 5'3", 130 pounds. Like this a little dude. Like so, see, like finding out that type of information, it just kind of like makes it that it's like I can see how he had that. Like that was his option in that. Like
you put a knife out on too.
Yeah, like cause that's a big woman.
That's a big woman, dude.
So, well, I mean, compared to him, obviously, but like, so cause I just think about it like, okay, so I'm about 6'1", and so that difference in height between them two is the difference between say me and LeBron James.
Right.
So, and LeBron James is a huge dude compared to me. So
she got the weight advantage too.
She does have the weight advantage.
The weight advantage, the height advantage, like you know what I'm saying, like, and I guess the issue I have with that is you say like if this is true.
She's fought niggas before.
Yeah, she's probably has. Yeah. We're saying if this is true. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If this is true, because if it's not true, then I'm gonna say Tory Lanez is a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? But if it is true, you know what I'm saying? You can't go out saying that black women don't feel protected. You know what I'm saying? When you was beating the shit out that nigga, man. What? Like, how you gonna say that? How you gonna be the abuser and then say black women don't feel protected? You know what I'm saying? Oh, why should you be protected?
I guess that goes back to like protected from who or like from what? Like, because in that situation,
right?
Yeah, it was kind of if you were the aggressor, it kind of sounds like
right. Like I don't care if he's a guy. Like he's still 5'2", and he's 130 pounds when she's probably like a good 210, 220. Like
yeah,
like and you got a knife too, and he was already winning the fight. So like that lets you know, like you know what I'm saying, like women, you know what I'm saying, can be the abusers. Like you know what I'm saying.
It's not really attempted like murder or nothing because like it was below. Like I think it's like if it's below the waist, yeah, it's like a felonious assault, but it's not
right like
murder charge or an attempted murder.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like again, I'm not saying that he had to shoot her. I'm just saying that like he definitely had the right to protect himself.
He had the right to get her away from him.
Yeah, facts. Like you know what I'm saying. Like that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying. Like I think a lot of women think that like it's okay for them to put their hands on men. Like you know what I'm saying, and that's okay. Like you know what I'm saying. Like and they are the aggressor, that a man can't defend himself. Like, I think people should just keep their hands to themselves, and everybody will get along. Even if we're not getting along, we can walk the opposite direction. Like, you know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with why black women don't feel protected. That was a terrible example. Like, there are plenty of other examples that we could talk about because I do feel that that's a real thing, that black women don't feel protected, and I think we do as black men have to do a better job on that. You feel me? But that right there was not it. That's what I'm saying.
Again, just as far as protection for a move, you know.
Yeah, that's the same thing. You have to keep saying, from what, from who, how can I help protect you?
Yeah.
Okay, let me know so we can square that away. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not gonna say no. But this right here was just a bad example, man. Like, nah, like I don't care what nobody say. You can't be beating up on people and then like be mad.
So like I said, this is all like a if, like, because
It's an if.
Yeah. So since everything hasn't gotten confirmed yet, this is all an if. So based off of that scenario, this is how we feel about it, whatever. But again, we don't know everything for certain yet. So we're just gonna, wait on more information to develop, and see where it goes from there. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up here, though. So the final thing we really want to go ahead and talk about here today is sports and entertainment in this COVID era. Hey, you like what you're hearing? You want us to keep going? Well, guess what? Me too. So why don't you go ahead and help us out? Go ahead and check out our Patreon at patreon.com/WesUs Media. There, you can go ahead and help us out, and we'll even give you exclusive content. And depending on your tier, we give you some of our content early. So go ahead and visit our Patreon again at patreon.com/WesUs Media. Thank you. All right, so yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and talk about really, like I said, the sports and entertainment industry right now post coronavirus. Well, not really post because we're still in it, but like during this coronavirus period, because baseball just came back, and they were doing stuff like no one's in the crowd. I mean, no one's in the stands, but they're doing like cardboard cutouts of people like whenever. So like, I mean, it is funny, but like. I don't know. I feel like, they're just trying to like make it work the best way they can. Like,
just like, nah, man, that shit weird. That shit look like some post-apocalyptic shit, bro.
It does look kind of weird, I gotta say. But this is kind of like low key the new normal, though. So like,
it's kind of like some I Am Legend shit where Will Smith went into like.
Yeah.
The mall and he would like have fake people standing here. That's weird as fuck.
But like, I'm thinking about like, cause they doing that, and then just like, cause it's just right now everyone's just trying to figure out like how can we make this work. Like I know the NBA is doing the thing now where they're gonna have like the remainder of the season and in the playoffs. But like with the top teams or whatever, like at Disney World, it was something like that.
Right.
So I mean that does give us basketball, which is great and everything, but it just like. Man, like a lot of the stuff is just not going to have the same feel as it did because like even with games, like a part of the great thing of watching a game, whether you're watching it on TV or you even like actually at a game is like the crowds. So you take away the crowds, it's just like, okay. Like, so, the crowd reaction when someone do like a crazy dunk or whatever. Like, so that kind of helps build up the enthusiasm or whatever for it. So we were lacking that. So, I don't know, like, I mean, it's like, I'm glad that they're trying to still give us something, though, so that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Nah, man, just cut that shit off.
Just don't even do it?
Don't even do it, man.
But see, look, I think...
Like, I guess they're still making money because it's on TV.
Yeah.
They're getting views and ratings, but, like...
And they're definitely not making nowhere near, like, as much money as they would have made, before
people
this.
could come to the games.
Sit right, packed arenas, stuff like that, yeah.
They're losing, millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably trillions, man. They're losing a lot of money, man. But yeah, man, just cut that shit off.
I'm gonna throw out though, like for like say concerts, for example. I'm just throwing it out for free because I don't got the money to do this. So if someone's listening and has the money to do this, like feel free so people can get entertained. Right. But like I'm thinking like say drive-in movie theaters, right? Like they can take those and then you can build like say like on the middle screen or whatever in front of it, build like a say a 30-foot stage or whatever. And then
yeah, drive-in concert.
yeah, like a drive-in concert, you know, like just have everyone show up, like say it'd be just like a regular concert where the people up front they pay more money or whatever for their parking spaces, and then they can watch it up close. But then you got it to where it's still playing on the screens and they're out there too, so it'll be just like a regular concert for people in the nosebleed. They can just see it on that screen.
Yeah.
So it's like social distancing, and people can see a concert again.
Yeah, it'd definitely be a good idea to have like a lift and pickup truck though, like so
that
you can kind of like tower over everybody.
Or also like if you had a place that had like a hill, that'd be cool.
That'd be dope.
Because that'll simulate sort of like the different like how close you are or whatever.
Yeah, bro. Hey, like that's a good idea for
I'm saying, right? Like, so if someone got some money and hear this, like, go ahead and do that. Like, you know, you can book or like if you have like a drive-in theater. So
I should definitely do that
for real, bro. Like
drive-in concert, yeah.
Drive-in,
because you're gonna be in the car. Like I'm well more than 6 feet away from you, motherfuckers. Man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Like I'm in my car, you in your car.
Yeah,
like
that's a great idea. Like you know what I'm saying.
People bring their own snacks, so you don't gotta worry about that portion, whatever.
Yeah,
so
yeah, bro, great idea. Like that's a good idea.
So if somebody got that money, you need an investment, go ahead and go to that.
Yeah, do that ASAP.
So, but yeah, so I don't know. Like I guess ain't nothing else happening really, man.
Yeah, it's been a slow week, man. A very slow week, especially for 2020, man. Like just like 2020, like every week has been drama. Like. It's kind of like a not drama week. Like, it's like, oh, okay.
It is weird. Like, oh, snap. Like, we didn't almost go to war this week. Like, oh.
Yeah, like.
We didn't disrespect this country this week. That's dope. Okay. Okay, it's just still the same conflict. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, same thing. Okay, cool. I'm used to that by now. All right, cool.
Oh, you know what? You know what did happen?
What?
And this could have been one of our topics, but we can talk about it anyway. We don't got nothing else left to do anyway, so... Joe Biden said that Trump is America's first racist president. Is that what he said? Like, I think that's what he said.
Oh yeah, he did.
Like, bruh, like, are you serious right now?
So this is the part where it's like, okay, well, I mean, we know it's stupid, obviously, but this is, I'm like giving just a small benefit of the doubt. I think like what he hopefully meant, or like at least where he was like envisioning, I guess, in his mind, is like as far as being openly racist. So yes, obviously we had 12 presidents were slave owners. Then we had...
I think Nixon was definitely openly racist.
Nixon was racist. Reagan was racist. It was... Lyndon B. Johnson was racist. Like... Yeah, there was definitely several... So there's been several racist presidents.
Nixon was openly racist.
Not he still, for that era, he used coded language. Like, it's openly to us now, but in that era, it was still kind of coded language. Same, okay. Yeah. Same thing with like Reagan. Like Reagan, like, you know, we knew he was saying like nigga like behind the scenes or whatever, but he didn't like come out and openly be like, hey, yeah, these niggas this, that, and the third. Like, but like I think even though he hasn't done this, but he's done everything else around it. I think he might have meant like Trump is like the first guy kind of like openly like racist. Like Trump makes it extremely obvious that he's racist, which I don't know. That might be a good or a bad thing because like Reagan and stuff like that, their racism, they hid it better, I guess, but they were putting it in their policies.
I think the issue that I have with it is like, how dare you say that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That's one of those.
Like for real, you like
that's a similar comment to the whole like if you don't vote for, if you trying to decide who to vote for, you ain't black. Like it's one of those comments that like you're not really in the place to make a statement like that. Like you're like because you're kind of racist. Like he's just the other like. I said Joe Biden and Donald Trump are just two opposite sides of like one racist coin.
How dare that motherfucker say that shit.
I feel you.
Like, bro, like, you're the last person that gets an opinion on that shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
no, bro,
like, you're
you
just
shut the fuck up. Like, no, you're not allowed to say that.
You're
bro.
just like one level below Trump. Like, I mean, as far as like being shitty, like
technically, those guys are they are basically on the same wavelength.
I feel like,
in fact, you actually did harm to the black community, bro. Like,
I mean, they kind of both have. At this point, they both have. But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
but like, I'm talking about on a massive scale, though. Like, he actually,
for decades, he had a lot more time to put a lot of shit in there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like,
he got like a
did real harm,
history.
like real insane harm, bro. You have a vicious history, bro. Like, no, bro.
And
like,
then standards he set, like, that's what even say, like, with the whole Kavanaugh thing, it was hard for like a lot of people with principles to take that whole situation seriously, as far as Democrats acting like they, or like somebody like Joe Biden acting like they're so, pearl clutching, when he treated Anita Hill terribly back in the 90s when it came to Clarence Thomas.
Man, the whole Michael Jackson shit. Like, you remember?
Oh yeah, having Michael Jackson and the white dude in blackface. Yeah,
bro. Like, I'm like, dude, no, bro. Like, listen here, Joe Biden. You don't have an opinion on that, bro. Like, don't say it.
I mean, that's probably why they mostly try to keep him in the basement, because he has the easiest time as far as trying to be president in history. Like, his whole campaign has been, I'm not gonna do anything for you. And then now it's like, all you gotta do is just stay in his basement and not talk, and he'll be president, because Trump just messes up that much.
But, like, he's not staying in his basement. He's talking.
I know, that's the crappy part about him, because every time he come out of his basement, he says something stupid again. It's like how he, when he came out, like, when everybody's talking about, like, George Floyd and everything happening, and he was like, I think they should just shoot people in the leg. Like, he keeps always showing that he's missing the point. Like, constantly.
Bro. Like, yeah, bro. I think he, like, should, like...
Or even with this Medicare for all, we're literally in the middle of a pandemic, and you're like, still, no, I would veto Medicare for all. I don't even care if it came to my desk. I'm going to veto. Because I just want the insurance agencies to get their money so bad, because they give me donor money.
And don't you hate it? And you're like, bro, like, I really don't want you to win, but I need you to win. And it's like, you're still fucking it up. Like, bro, bro, how are you doing this, now, bro?
Like, yeah, he does just need to shut the hell up. Like, because
why are you doing this? Like, bro, like.
But I feel you on that. You don't want him to win because he's trash, but at the same time, Trump gotta go.
He has to go.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, like, Joe Biden is he's scaring me, dude. Like, I feel like this dude is going to keep talking and fuck things up.
Whoever he picks for the VP is going to basically be the president, though. So, like, only problem is that because he won't pick, like, a great woman, like I said, like Nina Turner. So he's going to pick, like, a milquetoast black woman, probably Kamala Harris or Susan Ray or some one of those people, like the ones that's like.
No, he picks Kamala Harris, so I won't vote. I'm done. I can't.
She votes with Republicans. That's the thing too, though. She's one of those people that like, because she just recently.
She's like a Democrat with Republican views.
A lot of them,
yeah.
But she goes against us because I remember she tried to pretend to be like when she tried to claim she was for Medicare for all that time or whatever, saying she would get rid of her private insurance, and then she like flip-flopped on it. That's why she had to drop out, because like you keep flip-flopping, you don't really mean nothing you saying, like you showing us that. Plus, on top of that, how she arrested a whole bunch of people for like that whole truancy thing, trying to mess up lives. But yeah, like what's his name? Bernie just proposed they take down just 10% of the military budget so they can give that money to other programs and stuff. And Kamala Harris was one of the Democrats, was like, nope, I want the military to get all this money. So it's like,
yeah, man, I can't fuck with her, bro.
I know, bro.
It's not happening, bro.
But honestly, though, like, I mean, as I say, we kind of screw either way. But
like, cause then you gotta really think about it. Is those two together really better than Trump?
See, but this is the problem. Trump as just the president, I mean, it's about equal. But the only problem with as far as Trump is the fact that his base is worse than he is, because they're dangerous and they try to take on like a lot of the stuff that he obviously is not gonna go do. They do it in his honor. Like, remember that dude
Right.
sent the pipe bombs to like the Clintons and George Soros and Obamas and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he did this in the honor of Donald Trump. So like, that's where I say it's a little bit more scarier because ain't nobody about to shoot nobody for Joe Biden. Like, and then at the same time, Joe Biden, we're gonna have to still probably protest under him, but I don't gotta worry.
About to be miserable, bro.
It's still gonna be trash. Don't get me wrong, but like if we protest under Joe Biden, I don't gotta worry about him sending secret police to tear gas me, or him taking secret police to come up and just kidnap me off the streets, not charge me with anything, and then like the president just gave it an okay. Like Joe Biden's not gonna do that. I know that's a super low bar, but like that's something. That's how bad Trump is now, though.
I don't even.
That man is trying to be Hitler.
I can't even put that past Joe Biden, for real.
I can because he's like he's trash. Again, don't get me wrong. Policy wise, it's not going to be great, but he still at least knows how to hide it. Like he knows how to keep the quiet part quiet.
But is that a good thing?
No, but it's good in the sense that like that we don't have to worry about dying. Like, and then like say for example with this coronavirus, I feel like Joe Biden would listen to scientists. He's not going to sit there and try to bash scientists.
You might have a point there.
Yeah, like he's not going to be sitting there trying to confuse. Like he's not going to turn a conversation about science and the coronavirus to start bitching about somebody he hired that he regrets hiring and talk about his poll numbers. Like he's not going to do stuff like that. He'll be an adult about it.
But we might get locked up again.
What you talking about? Oh, I mean that hasn't stopped anyway. So that's the thing too. Like
it might get worse. You want to come up with something else?
Nah, I don't
trust this dude, man.
I don't trust him either. But it's just that Trump has shown that he's like I said, he lies. Like he's lied more than any other person times like 200 in the recorded history. Like he had like 10,000 lies like a year ago.
He is a liar.
Yeah,
pathological liar.
Like he'll lie about stuff. It's like nigga, we saw you do it.
But he knows he lies too. That's what's funny.
I know.
He's like, yeah, I lied though. Man,
and that goes back to where I said his base is the most dangerous part because they know he's lying, but they're so diehard and protecting of him.
They just don't care.
They don't care, and they're gonna argue with you because of the fact that you care about him lying and stuff like that.
So what? Everybody lies. So what? Like,
no,
that's how they be though.
Yeah, they do.
Like,
right, I agree.
Hey man, we all lie. Shit, like suck it up, man.
Like no, like so like because they say all politicians lie, and they just be like, I thought y'all like voted for Trump because he wasn't like every other politician, but yet you're using the fact that every politician does this as an excuse for him. That doesn't make sense.
Hey, so what? Ain't nobody perfect. That's how the attitude is.
It always is like, oh, I didn't hire I didn't want to get my priest, but yes, you were so mad when Bill Clinton cheated on his wife. But yeah, all of a sudden now you talking about, we didn't hire a priest and chief. Like y'all such hypocrites. Like,
and it's generation. It's like, damn, it never gets better either, man. Like,
I don't know, bro. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive, man. Like, dang, like, and it's even worse. Like when like. It's really Trump supporters is weird though, like, cause it was like it's some Trump supporters that actually did back away and be like, hey bro, you know what, I really can't support you no more, bro. Like I'm just done. Like yeah, you ain't for me, bro. Like I did support you, but I'm done. But it's this other group that are just like,
I don't care what you do.
I don't care what you do. Motherfucker, keep him in office and you better do it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'll kiss his feet if he asks me to.
Yeah, bro. Like, hey, I'll do whatever it takes for him to be in office. Like, it's some of them that's really like that, bro.
It's
sick, bro.
It's something that, like, once he loses, they're going to want to revolt. Like, because, like, they just love, like, there's one woman, I remember she said, it was on some show, and she was recorded saying that I don't usually support dictators, but if America was to have a dictator, I would want it to be Donald Trump. Like, what the hell?
Did you just realize what you said, bitch?
Like, that's how brainwashed they are. That's why I said, like, that's what makes him, policy-wise, him and Biden are pretty much the same. But, like, as far as just, like, that cult following, that's what really makes Trump dangerous. So he got to lose power. Plus, I have a slither of hope that he might go to prison. Like, just because How can y'all not?
I think he'll slither his way out of it.
He probably will, which sucks. But then, like at the same time, you got a whole other country that's trying to. What was it? Was it Iran?
Iran.
Yeah,
That's
Iran's
funny as
like,
fuck.
Iran's like, yo,
warrant out for your arrest,
as
bro.
soon
Go
as he's
get
not
that
president
dude,
no
man.
more. Like, he is a warrant for his arrest. Like,
go get him.
Yeah, and I hope it happens. Like,
man, like, go get him. Like, that's funny, man. The president got a warrant out for his arrest.
Like, but it just, he just
killed the general, man. What you doing?
He's such a criminal. Like,
why you killed a general, man? Like, what? Like, oh,
I don't know.
Like, why you do that to that man?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying, but you know what though, for real, Hillary did something to a person I like though.
Where?
Man, like she was definitely involved in that Gaddafi.
Wow. I mean,
man, I can't fuck with that shit, man. Gaddafi was my dude.
I just really don't care about Hillary Clinton anymore. Like, she's not running.
But like, okay, guys, like, it may come across like I'm a Trump supporter. No, I actually voted for Hillary. I voted for Obama.
No one thought she was a Trump supporter.
Yeah, but you know how that gets. You know, some people they're like, you know, like if you are against Hillary,
praise this Democrat.
Right. I would have to make it known that is not the case. Like, I'm just talking about a specific thing that she did that really upset me.
Your gears.
Yeah, man. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, killed the freshest. Killed one of the freshest dudes of Africa, man. Like, I ain't with that, man. The only dude that was trying to get Africa its own banking system, they will not talk about that shit.
Well, we talked about it now.
Man.
But nah, I mean, I don't know, man. Fuck government right now, I guess. Like, the government that we have can eat a dick. But
it's a terrible system.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, man, I swear I be trying to end this on more of a positive note. I swear to God, but it just like
it has to go there.
I don't know, man. Shit just gets real sometimes. But look, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So thank you again for listening to us. You don't have to, so I appreciate you taking the time. And again, this is West Meets World.
This is the Indigo Ride.
And we are out.